Hey everyone, welcome back. In the last lecture, we learned about 1D array and 2D array. Today, we are going to solve some problems based on arrays. Let's look at the problems. What is an array in a C++? It is a group of same data type. So, we can store only int here, or we can store here char only, or other data types. So, array is a group of variables of same type. So, these are our individual data type or variables which is grouped together in a array. So we can say array is a group of variables of same type. What is the index of the first element in an array? So this is our array, and our array always start from index 0, 1, 2 and 3. So index of first element in an array is 0. Here you can see index of first element is 0. What is the correct syntax to declare an array? So whenever we declaring anything in a C++, first we have to mention the data type. So here we have a data type, here also we have data types, and here also C is not our option. After declaring a variable, we have to name it. So arr. Okay, now after declaring a variable and giving a name, we have to give the size of the array in a square bracket. So here array size is missing, here parenthesis is using, so our answer is B, which is int array of 5. This is our data type, this is our array name or identifier, and this is our array size. How many element does int array 10 have? So int array of 10, this is an size of array, so that means we can store up to 10 values. So our answer will be B, because already given a size of array 10, so it can store 10 values. It can store 9 values also, but it can store up to 10 values. It cannot store 11, or it is independent of operating systems. What is the output of this code? We initialized our array, which is int a equals to 3. A and size of array is 3, and values are 10, 20, 30. So we have to print a value at the index 1. So what is the value at index 1 is 20. So our answer will be 20. What is the output? It is at 0 index, it is at 1, it is at 2, 3 and 4. You have to print a value at the index 4. At the index 4 we have 5. So our answer will be 5, which is a valid initialization. This time we are not only declaring a array but also initializing it. So while declaring an array, we write int array of size 5. Okay, but while we are initializing an array, we will write equals curly brackets and the 5 values in it. So D is not our answer, C is not an answer, because int then it is assigning the size. This is wrong. E is also not an answer, parenthesis is not allowed, so our answer is B. What happens if array 10 means index 10 exists in a int array 5? So basically our array is of 5 size, 1 2 3 4 5. So our array size is 5, but we are trying to access the index number 10, which will give an undefined behavior. Let's look at this question. Our array size is 5, but we are only initializing 3 value, 1 2 3, and remaining 2 blocks are empty. So whenever we are initializing an array and we left some blocks, the C++ will by default assign them 0. So our answer will be 0. Size of int array 10 if int equals to 4 bytes. So our array size is 10, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So this is an array, and integer int equals to 4 bytes. So single integer stores 4 bytes, and we have a total 10 bytes. So 4 into 10 is 40 bytes. So in this case our array is using 4 bytes of memory. So our answer is C. Let's look at this code. Int array 5. So size of an array is 5, and we have here 5 values. Now we are looping through the array. We are starting from 0 and going till less than 5. So it means it is going till 4. Okay, because 4 less than 5 is true, 5 less than 5 is false. So it will be visiting the array till index number 4. So it will be printing value of an array, then space. So at the 0th index, it first will print 10, then it will print space, then it moves to the next index and it will print 20, then space, then 30, then space, then 40, then space, then 50. So our answer will be A. Okay, let's look at the problems based on 2D array. Correct syntax for 2D array. So for declaring a 2D array, it is a similar syntax to 1D array, but little bit changes. So int array, this is for rows, this is for columns, because in 2D arrays it is basically a matrix. So we have to control rows rows and controls columns. Similarly, we are storing values in rows and columns. So our answer will be here B. Okay, let's look at this question. Here you can see, here we are using two square brackets. So that means this is 2D array. And what is the size? It is 2 cross 2. That means we are having two blocks in a row and two blocks in a column. So basically 0 1 0 1. Okay, so at first row it is storing 1 2, at second row it is storing 3 4, and it is printing at row 1 and column 0. So this is our row 1, this is our column 0. So if you stretch it out, it is overlapping here. So our answer will be 3. Let's move to the next question. Now we have a single square bracket, so that means it is a 1D array, and we are initializing with the value of 2 4 6 8. Here you can see we are not assigning the size of an array. So what is happening here? We initialize the value. So C++ will deduce from the number of elements and it will automatically assign the size of an array. And what is the value at the index? 2 0 1 2 3. It is a 6. So our answer is 6. So but best practices, whenever you are creating an array, you should always assign the size of an array. Let's move to the next problem. It is a 1D array and with the size of 3. So our block will be like this, and our initialization is 10 20 30 0 1 2. Now our loop is starting from 2. So basically our loop is starting from this index and going still to the 0. Okay, this is greater than equal to 0 and it is minus minus. So our loop is moving from right to left. So first it will print 30, then space, then it will print 20, space, then it will print 10. So our answer will be 30 20 10. Okay, in this case we are printing our element in a reverse order. Let's move to the next problem. Here you can see it is 1D array and size of an array is 3, and our values are 1 2 3 at 0 1 2. Now let's look at what is this and what is this star sign here. So in future you are going to learn something like pointer. Okay, so basically what is happening, ARR is our array name and this name always point at first element. What I am saying is that our array stores in a contiguous memory, right? So the name of the array is always pointing at the first element of an array. So what is happening here? Array plus plus 1, now it is pointing at this index, but array plus 1, it is pointing address of this value. Remember one thing, our name of array is always point at the first memory address. Memory address means when we are storing our variables, it is stored somewhere in the memory, and how we are going to find in memory where is our data is stored. So for finding the memory in the storage, we should have something like address similarly to the your house location, right? Because it is somewhere on earth, but you have to find some place, you have to look at the address. Similarly, whenever we are storing data, we have to look at the address where our data is stored. So ARR is pointing at the address of first element, and if B plus 1 here, now it is pointing at this address, right? Because it is a contiguous memory, so it is pointing at the address of this value. Now we don't want to print a address, but we want to print a value too. So we will use a something called pointer, which is basically a star sign. So whenever we have a address of our data but we want to print a value at that address, we use star sign. So that's it for this problem. You don't need to understand more than this. In future you are going to learn pointers. Okay, let's move to the next question. Which statement is true? Okay, we have to eliminate false statement. Array name is pointed to the first element. We just look, our array name is a pointer to the first element, so our array name is pointing to the first element of an array. So this is our right answer. Array name stores all values? No. Okay, if anyone asks array name storing all value, no, array name is only storing first element and the remaining values are in contiguous memory. So basically making a chain, because you have only one link in your hand and remaining links are connected in a array. Array name is a variable? No. None? No. Let's move to the next problem. here you can see we have two square brackets, so we can say it is a 2D array. And what is the size? 2 cross 3, so it will be like this. Okay, 0 1 0 1 2. Okay, whenever you are writing 2 cross 3, that means first always be the row, second always be the column. Now let's look at the first row. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Second row 4 5 6. Here you can see array 0 2, so we are first checking row number 0 and checking column number 2. So here if we create a line, we are getting 3 plus at row 1 and at column 0 we are getting 4, so our answer will be 7. Let's move to the next problem. It is a 1D array of size 5. Okay, and it is storing 10, so it is storing at the first and remaining will be 0, so value at index 4 it is 0. Let's move to the next question. It is 2D array, and what is the size of an array? 2 cross 2, so that means 0 1 0 1. And at first row it is only storing one value, at the second row it is only storing one value, so remaining value will be zeros, and we are accessing 1 1. So row number 1 column number 1, if we make a imaginary line, it will overlapping at 0, so our answer will be 0. So that's it for the problems related to the 1D arrays and 2D arrays. These problems are basics problem. In the future we are going to learn more advanced implementation of these 1D array and 2D arrays. In the next lecture we are going to learn about strings and chars. Okay, thank you everyone, have a nice day.